So I want to show you guys that I was able to make a beer box cowboy hat from using my Xtool D1 Pro desktop laser. Came up with a template to, which I've got a template on Etsy anyways, but I didn't know if I was able to convert it into an XCF file that the laser would cut, since the laser only cuts almost up to 17 inches wide. And so I had to downsize my template from 18 by 15 to 17 by 15 to make it fit within the bed of the laser. And the only effect of that was these little tabs right here that usually come to a point had to be shaved down, but you can't tell that process had happened. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Alright, you guys, this is going to be one of my third attempts at making this beer hat template on my Xtool D1 Pro desktop laser. I'm not going to go through a whole lot of details of how many times I've screwed things up trying to get this set right. I know it's hard with this particular tool because it doesn't have the camera and allow you to align everything. But what I did is I took a Budweiser box, which is the crappiest box to use because unless you laminate it, it's not going to stick with the glue. But we're going to use this Brillo pad to kind of scratch the surface, and hopefully we can get the glue to adhere properly. But what I've done is I've divided this up. It's 17 inches wide and it is 16 inches tall. And I just put a piece of tape here to kind of secure it to this burning grill, because the box doesn't necessarily lay exactly flat. I've had it stored outside and it's kind of wavy, so the tape should help hold it down. And I've got the laser set up to where the boundary will mark itself out and everything should be centered here. I've got it just a hair, probably 1/8 of an inch off the bottom, and I would say 1/2 an inch off the side here. And I got it taped down, so hopefully that stays secure. And this is going to be for the crown, and this one here is going to be for the brim. I'm just going to do the top. I know you guys hate it when I don't do the whole thing, but this is just a trial and error thing, so we're going to see how it works. This one is 16 inches wide by 15 inches, and the brim is going to be shaped long this way, so when I put it in the laser it should lay down like this. But let's give this one a go. I'm going to show you guys what I have my settings at. I've got user defined material, and if I click the object it's going to be set up as cut. I've got my power at 80% and speed is 16 millimeters a second with one pass. You see the width is 16.119, height is 14.62. Everything is grouped together, so it should lay out pretty good. I'll show you what the framing process looks like. I'll allow it to frame, and I'll come over here and hit this gold button. That's not what I wanted you to do. I knew this was going to be a shit show. I basically got the laser pushed all the way to the back and just off the side there. Let's see if we can get this thing to frame itself again. I'm not sure why I did that. We'll do framing on this screen. There we go. It's going to mark the parameters of the area that it's going to need to cut this template out. And that looks pretty good. I might move it over manually just a hair to approximately the 1 inch mark. We'll try framing it up again. That looks pretty good. We'll go to process, and here it shows you the laser path in which it's going to travel. And let me get my fans and stuff turned on because it's going to get a little smoky. We'll turn that on, and I'll put on a little air assist. And let's go to start. It's going to tell me that the laser is ready. I'm going to fold this guy down. I'm going to put my laser glasses on that came with the Xtool. Flip this up. It says it's ready to start it. And it hit the end. And we'll confirm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the laser just a little bit over further onto where the bend of the box is. I might try framing it one more time. Gonna be real close on that side, sure. Just seems like anytime you get close to this edge over here, it tells you that your limit switch activates. But I kind of want it to be centered with these marks. We're gonna go right there. You see it's already made a couple marks on here. Hopefully we can get away with this. I'm going to process it again. Let it start. And hopefully I've got the right parameters this time. Alright, so that's done. I know this fan's kind of loud, but it's kind of a necessity. Mount this guy back on my chest piece. Wow, it did it. Sure did. That is very accurate too. Kind of right on that line. Maybe if it was shifted up just a little bit, but not too damn bad. Got all my slits cut in there. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm gonna salvage some of this tape. I'm gonna put this one in. I got 16 inches across this way and 15 on this way. So at 15 inches this way, I'm going to line this up with the 7.5 there, and 16 inches between here should be 9, because this whole thing is 18 inches, so I'm just going to put this right in the center there. Fold that tape down. is going to work or not. I'm going to go ahead and start this hot glue gun and get it going. Alright, so that one's complete. Let's go back to this one. And let's frame it. Framing button. It's going to be close. Alright, I'm going to go back over here, check my materials. 80% power, 16 millimeters. This one is 15.6 by 14.5. Process it. And there again, you see the route that the laser is going to travel. We'll hit start. Should take approximately 3 minutes. Tape worked good. Wow, that came out beautiful. Now, you get this hot glue gun heated up. Let's turn some of this stuff off. I'm gonna leave that fan on. Help get some of that exhaust out of here, that smoke. So as you know, these beer boxes from Budweiser have a slick finish on it, and it's hard for the glue to adhere. When we're going to start gluing like this, they'll want to pop off. So, pop off. I'm going to take this Scotch-Brite pad and just rub some of that finish off right here. And hopefully we can get some good adhesion. Typically what I do is put Scotch laminate on top of this whole thing, because of course I put my labels in different ways, but this process right here is going to help the glue stick. And when the template is folded over and you form your hat, it's going to line up like this. So just kind of make a line down here. We'll scuff some of this off. All right, are we warm? We're warm. Grab another one of these guys, just in case I run out halfway through. I'm not going to use a whole lot of glue on this. There's no point in wasting it because I'm just going to throw this away anyways. Ah, shit, one thing I forgot to do, you guys. I forgot to score. I forgot a step. Should have told me. So excited about using this laser and making this video, I forgot all my steps. We're just going to crease that up a little bit. Crease that one up. Let's do one more score mark through here to help crease it in the middle. Just freehand this one. These are the tabs that like to come apart often, and I typically would put a rivet or an eyelet in there, but for today we're just going to glue it and hope that it stays. Ah, the glue is staying very well. Wow, I did it. I did it. Like a glove. Alright, so once again, see if I can get in the light. We're going to take some of this finish off of the outside of this label, so it's a little more forgiving to the hot glue. Alright, that's hot enough. To center this up, I'm going to use those lines that I marked on there. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and throw some glue on this guy first. A little bit on you. Alright, folks, that turned out really good. It takes a lot of time to get the machine set up when you could just literally do it by hand, but it was a challenge that I wanted to tackle. Since I had this new laser, I wanted to see what it could do. It would be good to use it in cutting out multiple templates of this once you get a setup right. Yeah, so basically what you would do is repeat the process on the brim, and then sew some elastic on the bottom brim, and then attach it to this and use some spray adhesive to stick it together. But damn, guess my template does work.